New game. Welcome.
Dear Bess, remember Maya Wynn from high school? I'm visiting her in St. Louis. We have tickets to tonight's premiere of the new Brady Armstrong movie, Vanishing Destiny. It's the last screening ever at the Royal Palladium. This place has been a landmark for almost a century. And now, in just 3 days, it's going to be demolished. I wish I could have seen the theater back in the 20s before it was turned into a movie house. And all the great magicians performed here, even Harry Houdini.
Ooh.
There's a lot of public opposition to the loss of this historic building. Rumor has it local activists are planning to stage a big protest out front tonight. The theater will be closed when we arrive, but they'll let us in since Maya is covering the story for the university newspaper. Oh boy, a press pass sure does come in handy. Maya told me she has an interesting lead, and we're on our way to interview Brady Armstrong about the controversy now. I know he's one of your favorite stars. Stay tuned. Maya always gets the full scoop. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
Wasn't the Brady Armstrong character the one on the poster in
Okay, Nancy, here I go.
the werewolf one?
Cross your fingers, there's a story behind this door.
Go get him, Scoop.
Meet you in the lobby.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
Oh my god.
Go check out the snacks.
Just hearing that microphone echo.
That sounds like Maya. Help! Nancy!
Holy shit. We're going straight into it. What is it? Where is she? Wait, where'd she go? She's gone. I thought we were just gonna like... Too many things going on. Phone. Where's the phone?
Hello?
Listen carefully. If they knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
What?
Who is this?
Holy shit!
Hello?
Holy fuck. What the hell? That's the beginning?
You'll never get away with this. Do you hear me?
Hello?
You're messing with the wrong girls, whoever you are. She's a reporter and I'm a detective, and we don't scare easy.
This is Joseph Hughes, the caretaker. I'm looking for Brady Armstrong. He said he'd be there. Who's this? And what's all the excitement?
Hi, Joseph. Oh god, okay, I need to like readjust for a second. What a start. That's the most dramatic start we've had in any Nancy Drew game. Holy shit, just a kidnapping?
My friend has disappeared from Brady's dressing room. I heard her scream. I think she's been kidnapped.
Now, please try to calm down and tell me what's going on. What's your name, dear?
My name is Nancy Drew. Maya Wynn is my friend, and she's gone. I was out in the hall when I heard her scream. I don't know how they could have taken her.
Disappeared from the men's dressing room? What makes you think she was taken?
I just received a threatening call saying if I don't stop the theater demolition, I'll never see her again.
Well, they must have taken her through that secret passageway. Holy smokes. And you're on an inside line. That call must have come from inside the building. We gotta act quick. You check out the secret passageway. I'll make sure all the exits are locked and then I'll come find you.
That's amazing. Holy shit.
No groupies in the dressing rooms. But since you're such a rascally fan, what would you say to a signed autograph from yours truly?
I beg your
I
pardon.
beg your pardon?
Take a breath.
Excuse
and
me,
pinch
bitch.
yourself because it's really happening. Brady Armstrong in the flesh. Star of Vanishing Destiny? Go ahead, faint. I'll catch you.
Wait, that's Brady Armstrong? I'm Nancy Drew starring in a real-life emergency here.
I'm Nancy Drew, starring in a real-life emergency here. I need to find my friend Maya Wynn.
Remind me not to appoint you president of my fan club. So what was your friend doing in my dressing room?
Weren't you expecting her? I thought she emailed you to set up an interview for her article.
All my email goes through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know? Off the record. Any message that says love Brady is just a big electronic smooch from her.
Okay.
Simone, is that your agent?
Simone Mueller, CEO of my life. My agent. Focus on being wholesomely smoldering, she says, and leave the rest to
Smolders.
me. So I do. She's been setting up Premier HQ in the women's dressing room. Haven't you heard her snarling at people on the phone?
So, you didn't hear a girl screaming a few minutes ago?
Maybe you better tell me what's going on here.
I don't have time to explain. The kidnapper may still be in the building. I need to search this room. Do you mind?
Sure thing. How can I help?
Huh, they're actually pretty helpful.
She may still be in the building. We've got to search this place from top to bottom.
Roger.
Okay. This is so far the coolest Nancy Drew game. That was amazing. What was the name again of the game where the little girl is like, Brady Armstrong is such a heartthrob. Which game is that? Blackmore Manor. That was it. Yeah, we played that one. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's investigate. Nothing here. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay, so we have a secret passageway here. But we don't know... Oh, I have to undo it and then go back. Let's have a look here, huh? Can't open the drawer. Can't click any of the buttons. We can't look at this unless maybe if we turn. No.
It's locked.
It's locked. Oh. Creepy. Did that do it? Do you think that opened it? The music! Oh, I got a magic stick. That one's just locked. Jiggle, jiggle. Do you think they were maybe trying to kidnap Brady Armstrong, but then accidentally because she was in the room, they took her instead? Oh, we found it! Oh. Holy shit. Wait, what did it say? The shake was here? Oh, was. W-U-Z. K heart T.
I may have to cut this short, Hal. Someone just climbed out of my wardrobe.
Can't you see I'm on the phone here?
I'm on the phone here. Well, actually, lady, there's been a
My
kidnapping.
friend's been kidnapped.
Listen, sweetheart, I have a premiere tonight and no stylist for my star. So don't tell me about problems.
But this is an
This
emergency.
is an emergency.
I said scram. This call's priority. Try me later.
Okay. So they might have gone through here. That's where I came out of, right? How did she not notice? She was also just like, a girl came out of my wardrobe. I don't give a shit. Oh, hey, her interactive. Anything here you want? Well, I guess we should just leave for now. See if we can run into someone. Okay, this goes to the front. ARP. Ooh. Oh, the blocks is the blocks is blocking it. My English is on a roll today. Your stage manager. Can't look at anything here. It's quiet over here. Oh, never mind. Oh, this... You bet this is for the end of the game? We can drop something on someone to make sure they don't escape. Oh, this is where I was. Yeah. Okay. And these doors both go to the front. Okay. God, just being in a room like this makes me nervous. And I'm not even performing or anything. Yeah. My manager emailed me yesterday being like, you're asked to like speak on a panel. I don't know if you're interested in this kind of thing. And I'm like, no. No. Huge anxiety. No thanks. Jake Shorewood, Nebraska. 1943. Oh, I bet those dates are important. Oh, Shelley Johnson, Maureen McKay. There's no date for this one though, so maybe it's something different. Ooh, what date? New balcony? God, there's so many places we can go. I feel like first we need to just find someone to talk to though. Let's just skip all of these portraits for now. This is so spooky. It's so empty here. There he is. Vanishing Destiny. Oh my god, that face. Is there anyone? Oh, here's someone.
No teeny boppers till showtime. House rules.
Wasn't he the activist?
Have you seen my friend Maya? She's 19, 5'5", black hair.
5'5".
She has on running shoes, jeans, and a black shirt with butterflies on it.
And the crisis is...
She went into Brady Armstrong's dressing room and disappeared.
Good old Charmstrong. Why are women always losing
Charmstrong.
themselves over him?
This is serious. I think she's been kidnapped.
Whew. Kidnapping? That's a high-profile tactic. Somebody means business. So what's the demands?
The phone call was awful. They want the demolition stopped.
No kidding. That'll blast those bureaucrats and corporate bigwigs out of their dream world. Applause for the cause. We need all the help we can get.
Excuse me? We're talking about a girl's life here.
I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but they won't mess with your friend. They just took her for effect. It's called making a statement.
Pretend kidnapping.
A statement? They said they'll let Maya go down with the building if it gets demolished. I haven't asked her myself, but something tells me that's a statement she'd rather not make.
She'll be okay. Trust me.
How would you know?
How would you know?
Let's just say I know a little bit about impassioned people and their extreme measures.
Huh? Note to self, trust him no further than you can throw him.
Right. I need to start searching for evidence, but I'll be back with more questions for you, Nicholas.
Okay, so we found someone to talk to, but... Those pants. He's like about to turn around and then... and then he just turns back. Oh, we can go further. But I don't see anything. So I guess that's it for now. Should we try to go up the stairs? Oh god, we can really go everywhere. Oh, that just leads to the theater. Oh, the balcony area. Oh, these look special. These little stars. Do you think Houdini maybe left something? Okay. I can't even turn around here. I wonder if Houdini left some tricks around. Or he did something. Did that poster just say yak? Yak! Can I look here? Man, I just have free reign. I can go wherever I want. Royal Palladium, St. Louis Police Department, City Garbage Pickup, ABC Media Services. Do I need to memorize these numbers? Police Department. There we go. I'm sure they won't take me seriously, though.
St. Louis Police Department.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping.
Is the kidnapping in progress?
No.
Hold on, miss. I'll transfer you to the Missing Persons Unit.
Missing persons, Sergeant Mac Ramsey speaking.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping. No longer in progress.
And who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Nancy Drew.
Okay, Miss Drew. Now, did you witness this kidnapping?
No, but I heard it.
What exactly did you hear?
My friend went into a dressing room. I was out in the hall. And I heard her scream, so I went in after her, but she was gone.
When and where did this happen?
Just now, at the Royal Palladium Theater.
And what's your friend's name, Miss Drew?
Maya Nguyen.
Can you spell that, please?
M-A-Y-A, last name N-G-U-Y-E-N.
Age?
19.
Physical description?
She's Asian American. I guess about 5'5", long black hair.
So you didn't actually witness anything, is that right?
I heard
Putting
her
on my socks.
screaming, and I received a threatening phone call. That must count for something.
A threat. Can you describe the voice? Was it a man or a woman?
It was spooky. I think they were using some voice
Spooky.
disguise device.
Yes. That'll make it impossible to tell the gender of the caller. Did you notice anything
Gender of the
suspicious
caller.
looking in the vicinity?
No.
No suspects. Any visible signs of struggle in the dressing room? Did your friend leave anything behind? Her purse? Anything that might have fallen out of her pockets?
No.
No evidence. Does your friend work at the theater?
No, she's a student at Washington University.
Does your friend have any enemies?
Maya? I highly doubt it.
And what business did Maya have entering the theater dressing room?
She's a reporter for the school
You
paper.
sound like Maya. I hardly
There to
know
do
her.
an interview.
What about Maya's parents? Have they been contacted?
They're in Vietnam this time of year. I don't know how to contact them.
Okay, miss. I'll file this report. After 24 hours, if she hasn't turned up, we consider her a missing person and begin to investigate.
How can she turn up? She's been kidnapped.
Unlikely. With all the scuttlebutt around this demolition, this
Scuttlebutt.
stinks of student prank.
A prank? But this building is going to be demolished in 72 hours. How can we afford to take that chance?
How do you mean?
The kidnapper must be holding her in the building, don't you think?
Unlikely. No competent kidnapper keeps their captive anywhere near the scene of the abduction. Is there anything else, Miss Drew?
Sergeant, I really don't think we can afford to wait 24 hours.
It's standard procedure, Miss Drew. Unless you can provide us with some evidence that your friend was taken by force, it's 24 hours.
Thanks, Sergeant. I'll call you back when I have the evidence.
You do that.
Bye.
Okay. Anyone else we want to call? City Garbage, ABC Media? I don't think so. Let's leave it at that for now. Then what's in this corner? Oh, it's just the theater as well. Where can we find something? I don't see anything. Oh, we can even just go backstage here. I don't see anything. Oh, there's popcorn there.
Popcorn.
Mmm, popcorn. I cracked last night. I finally had a chocolate bar again. I was like, I've been thinking for the last couple days, I was like, man, I would really like a chocolate bar right now. Ooh, Houdini. So I finally caved, and I had a chocolate bar with hazelnuts last night. Last night, the master of illusion and undisputed king of handcuffs, Harry Houdini, performed at the Royal Palladium. If you didn't attend, you missed a crackerjack show. Standing room only performance began with the uproaring comic stylings of comedian Slappy Henderson. While Slappy was taking jabs at the Coolidge administration, he was distracted by a portly theater patron who was late taking her seat. Oh, I can't read more. Even with such a spectacle, it was the last illusion of the evening, the Houdini transformation that simply brought the house down. The illusion began with 2 iron cages being lowered from the ceiling to the stage. Bess gracefully stepped into the first cage and got lifted 3 feet into the air. Oh, maybe that's where our friend is. As stagehand covered her with a cage-length curtain, Harry Houdini stepped into the adjacent iron cage. While he was lifted up, Houdini transfixed us with a penetrating stare and began a countdown. At 3, his cage came to a halt 3 feet above the stage. At 2, a cage-length curtain quickly enveloped the magician. But it was not Houdini's voice who shouted 1. In less than a heartbeat after it was dropped, the curtain was instantly lifted, revealing Bess Houdini standing where her husband had been. Okay. Ooh, what's that? Society of American Magicians would like to thank Harry Houdini for his great generosity and tireless devotion to promoting the craft of magic. As president of the society for 10 years, Mr. Houdini brought worldwide recognition to the art and helped to foster the careers of countless aspiring magicians. We are honored to follow in his footsteps. Nice. There he is. God, it's one of those... A lot of old-timey celebrities and, like, artists... A lot of times I'm like, I see the picture and I'm like, oh, I've seen this picture before. And then I'm like, oh, wait, that's that person? And then I just completely forget again. Zagat the Magnificent. Born in 1874 in Budapest, Hungary, under the name of Eric Weiss, Houdini's family soon moved to Appleton, Wisconsin. From there, at the age of 12, Houdini ran away from home. By the age of 13, he had reunited with his family in New York City and begun performing magic card tricks under his original stage name, Eric the Great. In the course of his illustrious 33-year career, Houdini escaped from prison cells, handcuffs, leg irons, straitjackets, packing crates, milk cans, coffins, and St. Louis tycoon J.J. Thompson's infamous watery grave. In addition to being the greatest escape artist of all time, Houdini was also a master of illusion. In 1918, at the Hippodrome in New York City, he made an elephant disappear on stage. And according to Houdini, the elephant Jenny weighed 10,000 pounds. His brilliant skill and ability to baffle and amaze an audience remains unsurpassed to this day. How did he, did he die in a trick, or did he just die of old age? Do you guys know? I feel like an escape artist like this kind of like died with a trick that went wrong or something. Witness a once-in-a-lifetime event right here in St. Louis as the masterful Houdini is plunged into the watery grave and faces the most impossible escape of his career. The cash reward of $50,000. Damn. He died of peritonitis, secondary to a ruptured appendix. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I think he was he visited the Winchester Mansion as well. Should probably check the other side. Ooh, what's this? The bee's knees! Oh god! What do we do? Move the note in the lower left corner to the dancers in the upper right. How do I do that? Oh. Oh, that's death. Okay. No, God. This music. Oh God, this is scary. He's coming for me. Oh. I definitely had the right idea there, though, I think. Oh, don't you dare come down. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah. So does he just move in the opposite direction that I move in? So when I go left, he goes right. Does he? No, he goes with me as well. What is he? How does he move? He goes up with me, but when I go right, he goes left. The music is fantastic. Oh! Oh! Oh, God! Oh! That worked. I got a coin. Okay. Oh, pillar rubies. Pillar nipples. Let's see if we have any more posters. J.J. Thompson. At the age of 18, he moved to St. Louis to make it big. By the age of 34, he had designed and built the Royal Palladium Theater, with grand ambitions to make this theater one of the foremost venues in the country for magic acts. He had the stage specifically built to attract and accommodate the masters Frank Chapeau, Dizzy Notion, Rufus Smoke and Mirrors Brown, Zagad, I don't know how to read his name, the Magnificent, and the greatest of all of them, Harry Houdini. Over the course of Thompson's lifetime, the Royal Palladium became world-renowned. After his death, his children carried on the entertainment tradition, and the theater remained in the Thompson name to this day. Well, what do you know? Willie Hammer. Play on. There he is. The Merchant Milano. Oh, I think maybe these logos are the important thing. What's this? The musical. Wonderful City. Oh. Ooh, King Liam. Damn. Okay, and then we have two doors, but I can't go this way. Jake Shorewood. Oh, we looked at this one. Wait, what's this way? Why can't I go there? Oh, it doesn't want me to. Nebraska. Wait, have I looked at these? Frank Chapeau. Dizzy Notion. Sounds like DJ names, honestly. Bring it up for Dizzy Notion! So confused now about the layout. Anything here? The music's so spooky. Oh, what's that? A coin. Well, I got something. Maybe we should check the other balcony better. There's the popcorn again. Do, 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 do. This music. Yeah, we can't go to the store. Okay, how about here? Don't turn around, just look down. I don't think this one has anything. You can go up the center aisle. Yeah, we did that. Or we came down it. Let me think. Can we look at that? No. Oh, I can. Out of order. I do have a coin though. But I can't use it. Do you think there's a phone on the other end as well? Ooh, what's that? Out of service. I don't know what that is. Royal Palladium was demolished in real life. Oh, really? Oh, what a shame. Aw. Upstairs is a room. Ooh. Ooh. Aha. Nice. Thank you. Oh. Stuff.
Don't touch that projector, dear. It's a temperamental old beast.
Who's here? Oh.
You must be Nancy.
Oh,
the
hi.
word's written all over your face.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm Joe. I
Hey,
started to
Joe.
look for you, but then I figured better to park myself and let you find me. Any trace of your friend?
Oh, is it this the dude that I called on the phone? And he was like, oh man, this is exciting. Kidnapper must have escaped through the passageway.
I guess the kidnapper must have escaped through that passageway. But all it led me to is a cranky Hollywood agent.
Simone Mueller. I should have warned you.
Oh,
What about
she's
calling
the
police?
agent.
There's an outside line in the ticket booth.
I did.
Thanks, but I already tried that. Standard procedure says I'm on my own for the next 24 hours.
Standard procedure.
I mean, I understand the police can't go chasing after every kid who gets lost at the mall, but this is different.
But this theater's going to be torn down in 3 days. Did you tell him that?
I did.
I have to find some evidence to convince the police that this is a real emergency.
Well, I checked all the outside doors, and they're locked up tight. Only folks who've been in the theater all day are Brady and Simone, you and Maya, Nicholas Falcone, and myself.
Who's the activist? Is that so? Brady is the star. Simone is the assistant manager. Maya's my friend. Nicholas is the activist, and me. Okay, so I think Nicholas is a red herring, don't you think? I think that would be too easy. It might be him actually, if he works here. He might be the one that's like he doesn't want the place to go down.
You're suggesting it must be one of these people?
Well, I've only got this one pair of eyes, so I can't say 100%.
Although that would be weird because we called him right after it happened. So it can't be him either, because otherwise he would have been calling me while still struggling with Maya.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
I was up
Maybe
here in
it's
the
the
projector
assistant,
room,
the
sound
manager,
testing
I
for the
mean.
premiere. But I'd be disappointed in your detective work if you didn't put me through the ringer like a regular suspect.
Sound testing.
No, yeah, he called us,
I
but-
remember hearing you practicing your MC voice now that you mention it.
I reckon if the kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, they must be keeping Maya somewhere in the building.
Could be a recording though that he played to like clear himself. But I mean, even though he called me though, he called me so quickly after it happened. But I don't know. I guess we can't dismiss him just yet.
Did I mention what the kidnapper said?
Oh, I think so. Or maybe Brady told me when I saw him in the hall. He seems eager to help.
Well, anyway, I agree. She's got to be somewhere in the building, and I plan to find evidence to prove it.
That's the spirit. Now, what's your plan of attack?
Time to start searching. Can you give me a map or some blueprints of this place?
Try calling county administration. The records division keeps that type of stuff. I bet a blueprint would show secret passages that even I've never found. Ask for the original plans, not the ones from the 56 remodel.
What was the 56 remodel all about?
J.J. Thompson, the original owner, died in 1950. His kids inherited it and decided that movie theaters were the wave of the future. Anyway, I've spent the last 40-something years finding my way around this place, so let me know if I can help.
Thanks, Joseph.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
He's too helpful. I'm suspicious.
Don't touch that projector, dear. It's a temperamental old beast.
Temperamental old beast.
Hey there, Nancy.
So, where will you go after the demolition? Are you planning to retire?
Greasewood, Arizona. My brother Jake is there. It's a tiny town with no movie theater, so we're gonna put one on the map. I got some money saved.
Tell me about that old key-making machine in the lobby. Has it been out of order long?
It's been broken for a spell. The kids lost interest in it when video games came along. But I bet it wouldn't be hard to fix. I'd love for you to see how it works. And then you could make yourself a little souvenir from the Royal Palladium. Or send a key to your sweetheart.
Gotta go now.
Chin up!
We did find something that was locked, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was the cabinet shelves. It was a closet that was locked. Maybe we can make a key for that. Wait, what's these? Oh. What is that? A light? Nail clipper? What is this? You guys know what it is? It's a light bulb, is it? Looks so weird. Is it like a special long one? Special long boy? Coke. Let's go out to the lobby. Huh. Clayton? Projector care and operation. Focus knob. Once the film is properly loaded, adjust the focus knob to clarify the picture. Different film will come into focus at different points. While film is running, stay beside the projector and continue to monitor the following. The loops are correct, the rotor... Okay. We'll get to that
There's
if...
a key here.
We'll get to that if there's actually something... Like, if we actually need to run a projector, then we'll know where to find this book, you know? I'm not gonna try and retain that information for now. Okay, I think that's it. So he wants us to fix that key-making machine. Maybe now we can take a closer look at it. I still don't know how we're gonna actually take a closer look at it. Maybe we need to find something for it. Okay, so we got a slide, a light bulb, 2 coins, well, a gear and a coin, I guess, and a stick. Magician stick.
Nancy, what's the 411?
The 411?
Come on, Nancy. That's vintage slang. You know, the 411, the deal, the lowdown.
So, humans against the destruction of illustrious theaters. Tell me about it.
This theater's
Magic
a
wand.
spotted owl. It's a humpback whale. It's endangered. Illustrious buildings testify to our finest human hours. They should be celebrated, not bulldozed to make way for cardboard megaplexes. Need I say more?
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
I was outside, harnessing public outrage. Ask anyone.
Do you know what they plan to build on this spot after the theater is gone?
Oh, it's very hush-hush. The name of the building firm is Wave of the Future, and the owner is some B. Thompson, descendant of J.J. Thompson, but he's never available for comment. Fishy, right? $10 says B stands for baloney.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
Fight the power. B stands for baloney. That's a t-shirt right there. What am I gonna do? Where the fuck?
What's
what
up?
do we even? Oh,
Can't
God.
talk long. Gotta check on my people.
I didn't mean to talk to you, but
What's your attachment to saving this theater? You seem so
For the
personally
G's.
invested.
Politics is personal, but with this place, it's ultra personal. My grandma, Louisa Falcone, designed the molds for all the insane plasterwork that you see in this lobby and in the auditorium.
Wow, I can see why you would hate to let it be destroyed. After all, this artwork is her legacy.
True, but there's more. I guess the architect-owner guy, J.J. Thompson, ran out of cash before the building was done. He never paid my grandma dime one, and then he denied that she had ever done the work in the first place.
Dime one? Can you say that?
Why didn't he give her the credit?
Yeah, she was the artist type, not a deal maker. I guess she'd never signed any contractual stuff with JJ, and she didn't have the resources to sue him or any of that, so I guess she just had to let it go.
I wonder why Thompson would cheat her like that.
Here's the kicker. After JJ sharked her on this 2-year project, she was broke, and then the Great Depression hit. She could never afford to work as an artist again.
What did she do instead?
Louisa, Mother Serenity Falcone? She just kept on trucking in true Falcone style. Died at 97 without a bitter bone in her body.
97.
I think she had a happy life. But this theater holds the last artwork she ever did. Don't you see, Nancy? Saving this place is not just for history. It's for justice.
She should at least get credit for her work.
My family has been trying for years, but there doesn't seem to be anything on record that links her to this place. Nancy, could you do me a favor?
Maybe there's something buried in the theater.
While you're searching, could you just keep your eye out?
If I run across the name Louisa Falcone or anything else that might help, you'll be the first to know.
You're cooler than I thought, Nancy.
And you're smarter than I thought.
That's such a backhanded compliment. She was basically just saying, you're not as dumb as you look. How rude. Should we turn around? Maybe we can see something. Oh.
Ick.
You want to use a coin to scrape it off?
Ick. Ick.
Ick. Do a magic trick. Oh, she did. Oh my god. Do you want to combine it with the coin? Ick. Okay, well, I found something. Whoa, that looks evil. Oh, we should save. You know it. Ick. Thanks. Something here? Please wear masks. Something. High voltage overhead. Please wear... What does it say? On stage at all time. Oh, shoes. Please wear shoes on stage at all times. Oh, that was this. But we need to raise that box. Can we use this? Wait, there is a power cord that goes to the back here. Can you turn around? Where does it go? Oh, that didn't do anything. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, clunk. Something happened. Oh, the box is getting... Oh! Oh! Ah! Okay, now lift it. Clunk! Do you think it's up? Okay, tie it. Do you think it's... Okay, I think it's tied. Now what is it? Oh! Stairs. Okay, people were building shit. It's under the stairs. Ooh. Okay. Cards. Oh. I'm like tucked away. Oh, what's this? Amazing Monty. Oh, creepy.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up.
Hi. Haha. What are we doing?
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
What? Did I do it?
Congratulations! You beat the magician. Don't forget to
Your
collect
audience
your
will be
winnings.
dazzled.
Every magician keeps some handy. Slide the flash trigger ring through your middle finger. Use the flint wheel or finger flasher to create the spark, and throw the flash paper and watch as it ignites. Your audience will be dazzled by the bright light and the puff of smoke. Great for theater, special effects, disappearing acts, or anytime you need to throw someone off your trail. Huh. Okay. Okay, well... I think... Well, I got something for sure. The music is amazing. This is a big underground area. It has no reason to be this high of a ceiling underground. Okay, other than that, I don't really see anything. Can't look at the door. Oh, someone close it? Oh, scary. Oh, level 1 magic. Well, do you think the call is done finally? Nope.
Nancy Drew,
Oh.
Simone Mueller, don't worry, Vanishing Destiny is off. We've got bigger fish to fry.
So you heard about Maya?
Of course. I mean, a kidnapping? Right out of my star's dressing room? The premiere is small potatoes. It's worth more to us canceled or at least postponed. When
Ah.
the news gets out, the whole nation will be watching.
I'm worried sick about my friend here, and all you can think of is another media event.
Where are you from?
River Heights. Why?
Yes, precisely. River Heights. Listen, doll, I'm from L.A. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. We'll find your friend, or Brady Armstrong will, and when he does, every girl in America will wish she'd been kidnapped instead of Maya what's-her-name.
Earth to Simone. This is not a movie.
Earth to Simone. This is not a movie.
But what could be better for the image of an on-screen hero than to save someone in real life, huh? Agents wait their whole careers for a chance like this.
I feel like she could have done it. I feel like she maybe wanted to kidnap Brady. And then cancel the show, and then it would be a huge like promotional thing. But then because our friend was in the dressing room, she just had to take her. I think that's it.
This theater is going to be demolished in 3 days. Brady can help search if he wants, but I'm not going to sit back and wait for him to save the day.
Honey, you've got spunk. Ever consider acting? This girl power thing is red hot right now. Of course, we'd have to think of a stage name. Nancy Drew is so utterly forgettable.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Oh, please, Nancy. I was on the phone, doing business. But if I'm ever hard-pressed for entertainment, I'm sure kidnapping would be a real hoot.
Wait, she was here, but she didn't see a kidnapper come by.
How long have you been Brady's agent?
I discovered him
Use
on
the ink-stick.
an electric spring morning 6 years ago. He was working the original Coney Dog stand on Sunset Boulevard. It was pure luck. I was craving an all-beef frank at 7 a.m. He's been the jewel in my crown ever since.
Joseph says the building was probably locked when the kidnapping happened, and that the kidnapper had to be someone who was inside the theater. Care to comment?
Why don't you tell that little gray troll that I think he did it, just to keep himself from dying of boredom in this old dump. That's my comment.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Love ya.
Love ya. I think it's her.
On your stage name, I'm thinking Samantha Quick. You love it, right?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Bye now.
Bye now. What can we use an ink-stick on? Was there anything in between here that we missed? I don't see anything. Where did Brady go? Oh.
Need any help?
Don't you want to know what Maya's article was about?
Well, I thought you said it was about me.
You are the center of the universe.
I don't think I said that, unless I was temporarily enchanted by you. But I doubt it. Anyway, she was covering the controversy about this demolition.
Then what did she want to talk to me for? I'm an actor, not a politician.
She never told me what her angle was. Do you mind if I take a look around in here?
Be my guest.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Me? You think I kidnapped Maya and then breezed in here just 4 minutes later? Where would I hide her? In my back pocket?
Okay, but where were you?
Well, I was late getting back from a haircut. This is hard for me. I think my hairline might be receding. It's miserable. Simone's gonna go through the roof.
But the building was locked down, wasn't it?
Why are you so interested in helping me?
Well, Maya was kidnapped from my dressing room after all. I just can't help thinking maybe they meant to kidnap me.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Cool beans.
I think they were planning to kidnap you. Publicity stunt. We do need to play a hog again, though, at some point. I feel like it's been too long. I can't find anything. Is there anything here?
It's locked.
Oh, this is locked. Well, maybe once we get that key maker going. You knew? Oh yeah, Joseph did say to call for blueprints. You're right. Let's go use the phone in the front. I think I had the number here.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as done.
Okay, where do I get the number? It's not one of those numbers. Yeah, that was the numbers that were on above the phone. Try to look around the balconies. Let's do that. I don't think we'd get blueprints anyway. Unless they can fax them or something, but... Well, I actually haven't been here. Oh, that one's definitely different. I can't look at it though. County administration. Yeah. We don't have a number for that.
Hi, Nancy.
Who is this J.J. Thompson character anyway?
Old JJ. Owner, visionary, wheeler dealer. JJ loved a magic show. He had this place built with those kind of big spectacle shows in mind. JJ also happened to love the sight of his own mug in the mirror. You can tell by the way he ornamented the auditorium with his own head.
The history of this theater is so rich. I'm surprised the city of St. Louis isn't more interested in preserving it.
Well, they are interested. The Historical Society's been working like the dickens to get this place declared a landmark.
Like the Dickens?
But someone downtown has been stalling. They're awfully close.
Gotta go now.
Chin up!
Chin up! The gold coin looks like it goes on that spot in the balcony. Yeah, well, there's nothing we can look at though. Ooh, something here? No. Nope. Oh, we already looked there. We got a bulb, but we haven't found any place that she was like, it's too dark. Here. That one does look different. But nothing. Nope. Unless... I was thinking maybe we should... Oh! Oh! Wait, go back.
This one's missing. This one's missing.
Yeah, it's
This
in your
one's
hand.
Missing. This one's missing. This one's missing.
This one's missing. Well, we have it, but... Well, we're close, but it ain't it. Look down over the balcony, can we? Oh god!
I can't quite reach.
I had no idea. There. Oh, so it is a different one.
This one's missing.
God damn it. Do you want to use this as glue?
This one's missing.
Do we need glue? I need it for something else. Oh, okay. Well, I got him, so that's good, I guess. Although I have no idea what to use it for. Unless maybe it's this? But how do we fix it? Can I like walk to the back? No. I get fixed on day 2. Oh. Do we sleep around here? Hey, the dude's gone. Alert, citizens of St. Louis. It's happening right under our noses. The character of our community is being wiped out. History of our city is being erased. Act now to voice your opposition to this demolition. Democracy is just a phone call or an email away. For nearly 80 years, audiences have been gathering at the Royal Palladium to see world-renowned magicians, celebrated theater productions, and blockbuster movies. If the theater goes down, part of the unique heritage of St. Louis goes with it.
County Administration.
Ah!
314-555-3309.
Okay. I'm taking a picture. Let's see. Left for today.
Records, Madeline speaking.
Hi.
Records.
I'm looking for the blueprints for the Royal Palladium Theater. Do you have them on file?
Are you a county employee?
No, just a citizen on a mission.
Okay, well, we do keep blueprints on file. Let's see. The computer says there are 2 sets for the palladium, 1923 and 1956. Do you have a preference?
1923, please. The originals.
Would you like to hold while I retrieve them?
Sure, thanks.
How do I get them, though? How is she gonna get them to me? Oh my god, is this the waiting music? They actually put me on hold with waiting music.
Yes, I'm still here.
It's very strange, ma'am. They're gone.
Gone? You mean someone checked them out?
Oh, we don't allow people to check them out.
It's like I'm listening to someone from Fargo.
Reading room and study them there, but they're not supposed to leave the building. I can't imagine where they could be. Hold on, let me see if Charles knows.
Oh. Oh, we don't allow people to check them out. The game called Gray Matter?
This is so strange. Charles says some guy was just in here looking at them a few days ago.
What did he look like?
Hold on.
Okay then.
Hello? Charles said the guy had a hat on. He never really got a look at the guy.
Was he young or old?
Hey, Charles, young or old? Energetic is all Charles remembers.
Can't even say young or old.
Okay, well, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm working on some things over here at the Royal Palladium. Could you do a search for the blueprints?
Sure thing. I'll put in a find request. Call back in 5 to 7 business days.
Next week? Oh, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of time. Is there any way to expedite the search?
I'm afraid not. The guy who does our misplaced material searches just returned from a month of paternity leave, and he's swamped.
I see.
This is urgent?
Yes, it's urgent, all right. But I'll figure something out. Thanks, Madeline.
Good luck.
Bye.
That was awesome. Anyone else? We wanna... Congressman Jesse Booth, Mayor Ramona Sweet, maybe the mayor. Can you imagine having... You can just call the mayor directly. I don't think anyone picks up when it clicks like that. Yeah. Could try Bess, yeah. Is it the same number for them, for Ned and her, every time?
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Nancy!
Yeah?
It's about time! How's St. Louis?
Something terrible has happened. Maya went to Brady's dressing room to interview him. I guess he wasn't there. She screamed, and now she's gone. I think she's been kidnapped.
Oh my gosh. Why would anyone want to kidnap Maya?
I received a threatening phone call. Somebody wants desperately to stop this demolition, and they're holding Maya as a bargaining tool.
That's terrible. Have you called the police?
I called, all right, but get this. According to standard procedure, they can't get involved until Maya has been missing for 24 hours.
What could possibly be standard about a girl getting kidnapped?
They're not convinced it's a kidnapping.
Well, how did she disappear then? Poof? Alakazam?
Sergeant Ramsey says it could be a prank, or Maya might have just taken off or something.
Sergeant Ramsey obviously doesn't know Wash U's most dedicated reporter.
It's true. The only way she would have abandoned this story is if someone dragged her away from it.
Do Maya's parents know?
They always travel this time of year, remember? And besides, I've got to find Maya before this demolition. I doubt her parents could get back from the other side of the world before then anyway.
What a mess.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been so personally attached to a case.
Call me back when you know more. I'll get a hold of George and Ned and let them know what's going on. Poor Maya. I guess the only consolation is that she's got you on the rescue mission.
Okay, well, that was that. How do we end the day and like move on to the next one? Yeah, it just says day one still. That's so weird. Do you guys see that? Like it changes and then you can do this. Like a little scratcher card. Completing certain events triggers end of day. Oh. I see. So this is not like an alarm clock kind of deal. Alarm clock PTSD, yeah. You can open a safe in the basement. Oh. Well, we saw some cards, but I don't know what the solution to it is. Or do I not need hints or anything? Do I just know the solution? Do we need it all to be aces, maybe? Like this? Or spades, yeah, that's it. Oh, how am I gonna do that? Oh, this one moves on its own. Which one moves that one? Okay, that one. So... Okay, first I gotta set this one. Then this one. Oh, there we go. What is this? Ooh. What's that artist called again? He's very famous, but... Wait, did I just turn it? I feel like I just turned one upside down. But I don't know how I did that. Mucha. Mucha? I don't know how to say it. Yeah, he famous. How do those match? Right click? No, not right click. Oh, it's the corner. Okay. I actually don't even know. Oh, maybe like that? Oh, that matches. Maybe here? Oh, maybe. Oh! So those go next to each other. There's a lot of hair in here. Oh, this matches though. Oh, maybe that matches. But then where does this go? Oh no, they match. Maybe she needs to be higher up. Oh god. Maybe she needs to be top. So that we can do... Oh my god. Put this one... Oh my god! Put this one here. No. Yes. And then this must be that. Okay. No. Oh, that's her body. Oh. Okay. This looks good. Move. So that... This is a weird cutoff, but I think that might work. This background line is like fucking me up. Because this definitely is good. So this bottom is good. This seems to match, but then How do we match this hair with it? Oh, this is the... Do you go here? Oh. But then, wait. That looks like that shouldn't work. This looks stupid. That's not it. But then what are we gonna... Oh, that's much better. Huh? Do you want to be there? Oh, that's how it works. It's like a loop-de-loop thing. It's not even a straight line. Oh. Do you want to go there? Oh my god, my brain.
It looks like the gears are missing.
Oh, that's big. That's much bigger than I thought. That was fucking with my head. Oh, Mr. Houdini, I knew it. Congratulations on your latest unbelievable feat. Never have I seen the crowd at the Royal Palladium so enthralled by a performer. Stupendous. Honestly, I was assured that the watery grave was inescapable, even for a master such as yourself. Really, if I'd had any notion of risking my money, I might not have offered so grandiose a reward. After all, what man is made of money? Isn't that right, Mr. Houdini? My point is, well, I must admit that my cash flow is a little tight at the moment. More specifically, I do not have $50,000 available to give you at this time. The theater is young, but bound for glory, I'm sure you'll agree, and my bank account is still recovering from the building expenses. I'm sure you understand, sir. This is a 1925 version of paying with exposure. However, this letter is an announcement of golden opportunity, Mr. Houdini, not one of gloomy regret. In lieu of cash, and in accordance with my lawyer's counsel, I am prepared to offer you a reward far more valuable than cash. I would like to make you my business partner by transferring 50% of ownership of the Royal Palladium Theatre into your name. Just think of it. Together we can make the Royal Palladium the foremost venue in the world for magic. Stupendous. Certainly a man as brilliant and worldly as yourself will recognize this as an irresistible offer and realize that there is no need to squabble over the petty details of your reward or invite the press to make a mountain out of a molehill in this affair. Please sign below and return this document to me if you agree to proceed with the transfer of 50% ownership of the theater into your name. In so doing, you will be agreeing not to sue me or publicly defame my name. A detailed contract will follow. Stupendous. Looking forward to a mutually rewarding relationship with you. Sincerely, J.J. Thompson. And Houdini signed it. I, Harry Houdini, agreed to accept 50% ownership of the Royal Palladium in lieu of cash something for my escape from the watery grave. Huh. Well, he did get ownership, so I guess that's cool. Interesting. What's that key for? It could be that drawer. In the dressing room. Man. He promised him money if he did a certain trick and probably was just like, he'll die anyway. He won't be able to do the trick. Is she moving? She's moving her foot and it looks so weird. Should I just go through here? Take the cool route to the other room. Let's see if it works on the desk. Or it wasn't a desk. What was it? This thing? There's something that was locked. Wait, it was here, wasn't it? There.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Damn it. Honestly, I think Maya is in here. I think that's where they hid her. What should we do then?
Need any help?
Talk to you later, Brady.
Cool beans.
Hi, bye. Cool beans. Brady, charm strong. Cool beans. Oh, he's back.
How goes the search?
I haven't found anything that mentions your grandmother, but I did find something very interesting about the ownership of the theater.
Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down.
Did you ever hear about a challenge that J.J. Thompson issued to Harry Houdini back in 1925?
Yeah, and?
Let's just say that J.J. Thompson found himself in a tight spot.
What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater?
From what I can tell, J.J. had to give Harry Houdini 50% of the theater as the reward.
Ha! Serves that swindler J.J. right. Nancy, do you realize what this means?
Enlighten me.
If Thompson didn't own the whole place, then whoever inherited it from Thompson doesn't legally own the whole place either.
Yeah, but Houdini's did he have kids? Like, I don't know how far we can take this.
Someone in Houdini's family may be able to call this demolition off.
I guess
We've
he
got
had
to
kids.
find out what happened to his half of the ownership. You keep looking for Maya. I've got a laptop out in my van. I'll get online and do some research. Check back soon.
Out in my van.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
I love that that's his thing every
Nancy,
time.
it's Joseph. Wait till you see this. Come to the projection room.
Oh God, okay. I'm on my way. I was like, God was speaking to me.
Nancy, take a look at this.
Oh,
Where did you find it?
Brady found it.
Brady found it?
This should be enough evidence to get the police over here, don't you think?
I should think so. Give the police a call, and then you better go back to your hotel and get some rest.
Just when I have a lead? No way! I've got to keep searching.
You won't be any help to Maya if you get too tired to think.
Well, I guess you have a point there.
I'm hungry.
Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute.
Maybe I should go get a snack or something. Ticket booth, here I come. Okay. Call the police. Need lunch. Yeah. I'm hungry.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons, this is Ramsey.
Hi, Sergeant Ramsey. This is Nancy Drew. I spoke to you earlier today about the disappearance of my friend, Maya Wen.
Hello, Miss Drew.
You say
You're
when?
going to tell me that you
I
found
always
your friend, I
wondered.
hope.
I wish that were true, sir. No, she's still missing. I'm calling to report that I have the evidence you asked for.
What did you find?
Someone else here at the theater found Maya's press pass. It was clipped to her shirt when she went into the dressing room. It must have been torn off when she was kidnapped.
Or it fell off. Or she just tossed it.
Maya is very serious about her work, Sergeant Ramsey. She never goes anywhere without that pass.
Found
And
a
she would
stick.
not willingly leave it behind.
I found some chewing gum and
No.
a stick.
Was anything disturbed in the area where it was found?
I don't know. I'm not the one who found it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Miss Drew. If Maya hasn't turned up by tomorrow, we'll definitely be out to investigate. Someone will take a look at the press pass then.
But you said that if I found evidence, you'd investigate the theater today.
I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but we can't go chasing after every kid who decides to take a leave of absence. The vast majority of missing juveniles disappear of their own accord, and they reappear when they're good and ready.
You have to believe me. Maya would never play this kind of game. Nicholas Falcone said he thinks somebody is using her to make a statement.
Nicholas Falcone? Is he involved in this? Are you involved with him?
Hadid is demonstrating against the demolition in front of the theater. Nicholas has set up
Hadid.
shop in the lobby. I've spoken to him. I'm not involved with him.
Are you aware of the allegations against Mr. Falcone's character, Miss Drew?
Allegations?
Nick Falcone operates according to his own rules. He'll do just about anything to save a theater, and he's not afraid to use extreme tactics.
What kind of extreme tactics?
You name it. Vandalism, sabotage, chaining himself to demolition machinery.
Is that right?
And last year there was a situation over in Nashville. Just when the oldest theater in the city is about to be torn down, and mind you, Hadid is there in full force, a girl goes missing. So happens she's the daughter of the demolition boss. They go crazy looking for her. There's a call, just like the one you described. Anyway, to make a long story short, the demolition is called off. And 3 weeks later, the girl is seen snuggling up to Falcone in a Memphis coffee shop.
Are you suggesting Nicholas is staging this thing?
I'm just saying that there's more to situations like these than meets the eye. Nick Falcone is a real operator and he likes to humiliate the police. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon here with this whole Royal Palladium thing and let him make my unit look like a bunch of chumps.
I see.
A bunch
you
of
aren't gonna
chumps.
have any credit with us if you join ranks with him.
Does he have a criminal record?
Oh, minor stuff. Disorderly conduct, trespassing, yada yada yada. But Nick Falcone can slime his way out of a sticky situation like no one I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for being a royal pain in the neck.
No good citizenship awards for it either.
Look, I know you're worried, but for now, there's nothing we can do. And there's nothing you can do either. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm sure you've had a long day.
Well, this has been very informative, Sergeant Ramsey. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, it's at least helpful that he's giving that much information. So, how do we leave? Oh.
I heard the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some
Whoa.
sleep. I'll keep
How
an eye
he
on
came
things
on
till
screen.
morning.
That's it? Whoa. Whoa! All these people! Oh my god. Do we take, like, the back entrance? Oh, he's not here. He's doing his research, maybe? Okay, I really need to go get a snack real quick, so give me, like, a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes, and I'll be back. I'll just go pee real quick. Yeah, day 2, finally. God. Ugh, so sore, too. Whew. Yeah, a little quick snack break. Let's do it. Okay, it is day 2. We have a key. We were hoping that the machine was gonna get fixed. Not yet, though. Maybe we just start by talking to some people. Oh. They put posters up. Complexion part oily, part dry. What? Why is that something you put on a missing poster? What? Sophomore at Washington University. One witness claims to have heard her scream. If you have any information concerning Maya's whereabouts, contact... Okay. Surprised my name isn't on it. I guess I can't take the call here.
I'm sorry you had to see that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
This is one creepy kidnapper, that's for sure.
Let's hope the kidnapper just did this to scare you.
It's just strange. I mean, why would the kidnapper go to the trouble to have that thing arranged and delivered here?
The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. I don't know how the press got a hold of this, but they're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Oh, that's definitely going to be the lady, the manager. She called all the press. I'm 100% sure.
Where did those missing posters come from?
I can't say for sure, but I can make an educated guess.
Are you thinking of a certain Hollywood agent we know?
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all backwards.
The police told me Nicholas Falcone is known for using extreme tactics to further his political causes. Why are you letting him use the lobby as his headquarters?
Nicholas has been hanging around this theater since he was a little boy. I know how torn up he is about the theater. This'll be over soon enough, and then he'll go home. I don't think he's dangerous, for gosh sakes.
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
Doesn't seem dangerous, no. Let's have a talk to her. I think she's here, right? Yeah.
Have you seen the posters? Aren't they fabulous?
You made the posters? When?
After Brady found her press pass, of course.
You know I was searching for evidence to show the police.
Day 2,
You know
yeah.
every hour counts. But when Brady found the pass, you used it to promote your star before you turned it over?
Maya's on the poster. It says she's missing. So what's your issue? Brady's out plastering those posters all over St. Louis and every podunk town for 50 miles. He's due back at any time, though.
He's doing the posters himself? Oh.
Press conference? I've invited the press here today to report on Brady's commitment to solving this case. You know, a few questions, a few photo ops, no big deal. That funeral wreath was awful, wasn't it?
You saw the wreath? Where is it now?
I had it moved out front for the press conference. We want the press to know how heartless this kidnapper is, don't we? Then it's all the more fabulous when Brady saves the day.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Oh my god, this lady. Did I miss something at the entrance? She said she moved it there? What is it? Is it through here? Posters. Wait. Wait a second. Wait. Okay, I'm about to say some real Nancy Drew shit here, okay? How do they know that she has a birthmark on her right ankle if they didn't get any of this information from me? Only the kidnapper would know that, right? Right? Because if they made the poster, it's like
Nancy,
a little detail you wouldn't know otherwise.
You didn't tell me kidnapping was part of Activism 101.
That's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony, no nothing.
Who are you?
I don't care if you've been convicted or not. Who are you?
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
He seems okay. Ever hear of the wrath of Nancy Drew?
The wrath of Nancy Drew? It's not a pretty sight, Nicholas. Not pretty at all.
All right, Officer Nancy, chill out, will ya? I'm on your side.
Can you believe Brady's agent has called this press conference to trump up his heroics? She can barely even remember Maya's name.
Don't worry, Nancy. This cowboy will be on the scene with a megaphone in each holster. I guarantee you the press will get more than they bargained for.
Joseph told me that the St. Louis Historical Society is in the process of trying to declare this building an historical landmark.
They've been in that process for years. It's all just a big wad of red tape, a bunch of bureaucratic hocus pocus. Had it's about action, not paperwork.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you? Fight the power.
God, it gets me every time. So what's the funeral wreath? I guess we can't see it, can we? Okay. It's probably outside or something. Which is weird. Why would you have that made? When someone's kidnapped, not dead. Okay. We still have that key that we don't know what to use for. For some reason, we kept our X stick as well. Light bulb, a slide. I think we talked to everyone. You guys want to call some people? Come on.
Ned, it's me.
Nancy, Bess called and told me what happened with Maya. I've been worried sick.
Did she tell you what the police said?
About the 24-hour delay? Yeah, she told me. But I have faith in you, Nancy. You've solved plenty of cases before without help from the police. So let's get down to business. Who are your suspects?
It seems there were only 4 people in the building at the time of the kidnapping, besides Maya and myself. Brady Armstrong, Simone Mueller, his agent, Nicholas Falcone, a political activist, and the caretaker, Joseph Hughes.
Any hunches?
Not yet. I've got a lot of work to do.
Call me anytime. I'll try to stay close to the phone.
By the time I finally got to talk to Simone Mueller, she had heard all about the kidnapping and
because
canceled
she is the
premiere of
kidnapper.
Vanishing Destiny.
Sounds Sounds like bad news travels fast around old theaters.
That's just the thing. Simone didn't seem to think Maya's kidnapping was bad news at all. She kept calling it a great opportunity. She kept saying what fabulous publicity it's going to be for Brady.
Sounds like she knows how to turn a profit in any situation.
The question is she just responding to the situation, or did she have a hand in creating it in the first place?
No flies on you, Nancy Drew. Sounds to me like your detective mind is in high gear.
Okay.
According to Joseph, the St. Louis Historical Society has been scrambling to get the Royal Palladium declared an historical landmark.
And that would prevent the demolition?
Right.
So what's the holdup?
Joseph thinks someone downtown is stalling.
Maybe someone who wants the demolition has been
I'm
greasing some palms.
stalling.
Probably. It's a shame because Joseph seems to think they're close.
I wonder if this kidnapper is just trying to buy a little more time. What does Mr. Falcone have to say about the Historical Society?
It was pretty cynical. Said the whole process was a bunch of hocus pocus.
Perhaps Mr. Falcone is using cynicism to disguise his true feelings.
I've got to think of a way to get this demolition stopped.
Well, the police
Oh,
aren't
the
being
keys.
much help. But couldn't you try contacting the owner of the building? I'm sure he or she would be willing to postpone for a couple of days. I mean, what's the rush?
According to Nicholas, his name is B. Thompson, and he won't talk to the press.
I wonder what he has to hide.
His building firm is called Wave of the Future.
Catchy. I wonder what he has against the present.
I just remembered something. Joseph used the phrase Wave of the Future when I first met him. He was talking about the remodel of the theater in 1956. Do you think it's a coincidence?
Nothing is a coincidence.
If Joseph turns out to be the owner of the theater and the guy behind the demolition, I think it'll be fair to say you've seen everything.
There's this cool machine in the lobby that makes souvenir keys. You can make a key in any shape and call it the key to your heart. I wanted to make one for you. Not that this is any time to think of souvenirs.
Maybe after you solve the case, Detective.
Well, besides the fact that I don't have time for distractions, the machine is out of order.
Phew, that's a relief.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nancy Drew, you know the key to your heart would be much too big to carry around on my keychain. I'd probably throw my back out.
Good point, Mr. Nickerson.
Anyway, it's the thought that counts.
Okay.
Harry Houdini must have been quite a
I
character.
think we can just do all of the conversation
it just
options.
sounds like he was so generous and passionate about his craft. Everyone loved him.
Any theories yet on what he did with his half of the theater?
No, but I highly doubt he was generous enough to give his half back to old J.J. Thompson.
That wouldn't have been an act of generosity anyway. It would have been a lapse in judgment.
I'm trying to decide what to do next.
Here we go.
Any thoughts?
Did you check out the funeral wreath? Was there a note attached or anything?
So we should be able to see it.
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
Strange. Where can we see it? We still have a key that we don't know where it will go. We talked to everyone. Should see if he has something to say again.
Watch out there, Nancy. That projector's crumbling like a prehistoric cookie. Hey there, Nancy.
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
Atta girl. Well, that's that. I don't think there's anything here. It is a new day though, but I don't think there's anything. No. There's a fire extinguisher in there. That's important, I think. And a girl. The blueprints were gonna take like 7 days, so they weren't gonna be ready in time. Try the police again. Ask Brady about the press pass. Well, Brady, he is out doing the posters. So can't talk to him. Maybe Bess? Check his room, maybe.
Hello?
It's me again.
Hi, Nancy. I've got George here, too.
Bess filled me in, Nancy. Any developments?
I'm just searching the theater, questioning suspects.
And?
Got so many options. God, so many options.
When I arrived at the theater this morning, someone had delivered a funeral wreath.
What?
Isn't that creepy?
You don't know who it was from?
It was from the kidnapper, I assume. The note said something like, "Wouldn't you rather stop the demolition than plan a funeral?"
Since when do kidnappers have the time to special order flower arrangements?
Apparently this kidnapper isn't afraid of the limelight.
Look at the bright side, Nancy. If you find out who sent that wreath, your case is as good as closed.
I took Joseph's advice and called county administration to see about the blueprints for the theater.
He sounds like a big help.
Yes, but the woman on the phone said that the blueprints are missing.
Official records? Missing?
She said that a man was in last week looking at them, but they haven't been seen since.
The kidnapper?
Or a certain smoldering sidekick?
Well, whoever it was, they must have taken the blueprints with them. How on earth am I going to find all the secret rooms and passages in this place now?
I'm not worried, Nancy.
Me neither.
You could probably find a secret passage in a paper bag.
Are you kidding, George? Nancy could find a secret passage in a blueberry muffin.
I think Simone Mueller would do just about anything for publicity.
You know what
It's
they
her.
say?
I'm
There's
telling
no
you.
such thing as bad publicity.
Even for a kidnapping?
It's like Hollywood has taken over her brain. I'm practically in tears over Maya, and she's trying to dream up a stage name for me.
A stage name?
Not just any stage name either. Would you believe Fancy Jackson?
Ooh, Nancy, that's kind of disco.
That's kind of disco.
This is serious, you guys. Do you really think she would kidnap Maya just so Brady could pretend to save her?
In her line of work, Nancy?
Anything's possible.
Which one? Maybe
Nicholas
this one?
told me that his grandmother did a lot of the artwork inside the theater, but that J.J. Thompson, the original owner, never paid her or even gave her credit for it.
That's terrible.
I can see why he's so dedicated to saving the theater, then.
Yeah, I'd like to learn more about this J.J. Thompson.
Maybe you can help Nicholas get his grandmother the credit she deserved.
I told him I'd keep my eye out for anything that would prove her connection to this place.
I wonder if JJ left any of his personal effects behind.
If he
That'll be
did,
cool.
I'm sure they're gone now. His kids must have cleared the place out when they remodeled in 1956, a few years after he died. That's when it became a movie theater.
You never know, Nancy. If there's one thing
You
your
never
detective
know.
work proves every time, it's that old buildings are the keepers of old secrets.
Let's just hope this building lives long enough to tell.
When I spoke to the police about Maya's press pass, they said that Nicholas is known for using extreme tactics, and that he might even have been involved in a staged kidnapping last year in Nashville.
You don't think Maya could be mixed up with him somehow, do you?
No way. Maya expresses her politics by writing about them. You know, the pen is mightier than the sword. She and Nicholas Falcone don't even speak the same language.
I think you're right, George. But Sergeant Ramsey said I wouldn't have any credit with the police if I joined forces with Nicholas.
Who said anything about joining forces? After all, he's still a prime suspect. But that doesn't mean he's not a valuable source of information when it comes to the theater.
She's right, Nancy. As long as he continues to shoot off his mouth, you want to be around to take notes.
Okay.
Simone has called a press conference. I'd like to hear what's being said, but I get the feeling I'm not welcome.
Bess, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. When has the lack of an invitation ever happened to Drew before? Is that what you're thinking?
Bingo!
So
Bingo!
you think I should just barge right in?
Better yet, why not just listen in? That way you know things that Simone and the others don't know you know. You know?
Bess has a few rocks in her mouth, but she's right. And besides,
Let's be
there's
nosy.
another good reason to keep a low profile.
I know what you're thinking, George. When the cats are away,
the detective mouse will snoop.
You have a point there, ladies. This might be my only chance to get some,
insight?
Yes, some insight into the lives of my suspects. Good idea.
We're full of them. Right, Bess?
Chock full. Bursting at the seams. We're practically ideaphoric.
Brady said Simone wants him to appear wholesomely smoldering to his public. What in the world do you think that means?
Well, wholesome makes me think of apple pie.
And to smolder, according to my trusty dictionary, is to burn slowly from the inside, without flame.
So, he's a sweetie pie on the outside, but too hot to touch.
Oh. Did you have to bring this up with Bess here, Nancy?
It seems like the two things don't go together. One is safe, the other is dangerous.
Interesting. Maybe that's Brady's whole dilemma. He doesn't know whether he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Which is exactly why he can't be trusted.
No, I think it's just the manager. I think he's just too busy with himself to even do anything.
Demonstrating against the demolition.
What's the deal with had it?
Nicholas says he's sworn to slay the dragon of corporate generica.
All in favor of men who slay dragons. Say aye.
Honestly, Bess, what are we going to do with you? Nancy, what in the world is generica?
I think it's a term for what this country would be like if suddenly it all looked the same.
Oh, you mean if it became generic? Like a bar of soap that's just called soap.
Right. Hadit believes that protecting historical buildings is key to preserving our national character.
That sounds noble.
Yeah, except he practically jumped for joy when I told him the kidnapper's motive is to save the theater.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you better keep an eye on him, Nancy.
It's just the manager trying to pass it off as something he would do.
Keep up the good work, detective.
Yeah, you're doing great.
They're always so fun to talk to. Okay, so that was the wreath. Kind of talked about that. I'm sure he is nothing.
I left it in the ticket booth. This woman isn't a Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
Oh.
But it couldn't hurt to give her a call. I'll get right on that.
Okay, back in I go. 555-3247. Oh, Florida. 813. Oh god, I can't remember that. Can you guys remember a whole number like that? It's too many digits for me. I can't. There we go. Thank god they put it in the text box. My brain don't work today. I say that, but I did notice the thing about the
Yes, hello.
mark on her leg.
Is this Eustacia Andropov?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropov, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes
Harry.
nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. Half of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died.
Then he died.
Do you know what happened to his half? Did he sign it back over to J.J. Thompson?
Return it to James Jehoshaphat? Mr. Stupendous? Not on his life.
Mr. Stupendous.
Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family
Oh my
inherit
God.
the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his
One
half
punch
of
after the
theater
other.
to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege.
protege.
My husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropov, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. You're not dead yet, Shermy, so get up and make yourself useful.
The Library of Congress. You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Shermy around here somewhere. Cat food coupons. Vincent Jack has a repair.
Cat food coupons, yay!
Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. 202-555-5000.
Thanks, Mrs. Andropov. You've been a great help.
Save it for my funeral.
Can you imagine having that much sass when you're, what was she, 97?
Manuscripts.
I'm trying to reach Sherman Trout, please.
Shermy.
How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Trout. My name is Nancy
Hey,
Drew.
Shermy.
I'm a detective working on a case that involves Harry Houdini and the Royal Palladium Theater in St. Louis. Eustacia Andropov recommended I call you.
Ah, yes. Eustacia was most helpful to us when we were assembling our Houdini collection. I presume you'd like to have a look at it?
Yes, please, Mr. Trout. I'm very interested.
Fine. Well, you'll just need to register with the library when you get here and fill out a request for the materials you wish
Can't
to
do that.
When your request has been processed, the materials will be delivered to one of our reading rooms where you can view them.
Mr. Trout, please let me explain. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to come to Washington, D.C. to do research. I'm hoping you could help me find a document.
Well, Miss Drew, I'm sorry if you have logistical constraints, but please understand my own limitations. The Library of Congress currently holds over 40 million items, contained in 10,000 separate collections.
Wow.
It's the largest and most comprehensive library in the world. I simply don't have time to run research errands for the individual citizens.
Mr. Trout, if I don't solve this case in a matter of hours, the building I'm standing in will be demolished, and an innocent 19-year-old girl, a friend of mine, may lose her life. You may be my only hope.
Why is your friend in danger?
She was kidnapped by someone
Why is
desperate
your
to save
friend
this
in
building from
danger?
demolition.
And what can you
Maybe it's the way you dress.
find in the Houdini collection that would help matters?
Mr. Houdini was part owner of the theater, and I'm trying to find out who inherited his half or what became of it when he died. I'm hoping Houdini might have discussed it somewhere in his personal documents. If I can prove that the current owner is not legally the full owner, then maybe I can get the demolition stopped and save Maya.
I see. Well, this sounds urgent.
Oh?
I suppose I can take a look.
That would
Yay.
be such a help, Mr.
Thanks,
Trout.
Shermy.
If you find anything, could you overnight it to me at the Royal Palladium?
Well, I certainly can't send you the document itself. It's a historical artifact now. But I could send you a slide. What's the street address there, if I find anything?
It's 1330 Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101. Please send the package in care of Nicholas Falcone or myself, Nancy Drew. I can't tell you how grateful I am, Mr. Trout. You might just be a lifesaver.
Miss Drew, I assure you, Sherman Trout
Shermy.
is a man of his word.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Okay, well, we set that in motion. So I guess that's good. Should we maybe talk to him again? Update him on it?
Did you call? What's the story?
Sure did.
Go on, spill it.
Oh, that's it.
She didn't know much, but she gave me the number of this guy at the Library of Congress who has access to the archives of Houdini's letters.
And what did they say?
Keep your peepers peeled for special delivery.
Sherman Trout is on our side. Keep your eyes peeled for a special delivery.
Way to go, Nancy! You're on fire!
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
Oh, dude. I wanted him to say the thing. He changed it. Also, I really missed the task list. We haven't heard Nancy say, did that. Check.
What's the status? I think your phone's about to ring. Bye now.
Bitch. Do you think the dude's back from the poster duty? Let's see. He's probably not here. Oh, he is.
How are you holding up?
Thanks for finding Maya's press pass. Where was it?
I found it in the basement. I mean the balcony. It was the balcony.
Basement? Huh?
Balcony, basement, whatever. It's just my friend's life that's in danger here.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
Oh, really? Is somebody operating you by remote control?
It's Simone. She's relentless. I'm just a hostage on her runaway bus.
Sounds like you've bitten off more than you can chew.
It's more complicated than you think. Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
Let's check out the basement. Nothing else here. It bothers me that I don't know what this key is for. It really bothers me. Okay, so basement balcony. Let's have a look. Think we'll find anything here? He's so creepy. All music, all drama, all laughs. Oh! There's a secret tunnel here. See that? It's like edges. That opens. Think we can play it again?
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
Oh, oops.
Oh, so close, but no cigar. The
I don't know if there's...
hand is quicker than the eye.
Wait, was it this one?
Find the ace of spades.
Because he puts
Keep
it
your
on...
eye on the
So it's the
card.
middle one. So he puts it then to the right. So wouldn't that be it?
Oh, so close, but no cigar.
It's how he puts
The
it.
hand is quicker than the eye. Find the ace of spades.
I'm
Keep
just
your
gonna try the
eye
left
on
again.
The card.
Yeah, I really think it would be that one, but it's always left. Oh! It's not always left.
But no
Chat!
cigar.
Do you feel silly right now?
hand
Try right
is
until you get it right.
quicker than the eye. Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
Hey!
Congratulations!
Wow, nothing!
The magician. Don't forget to collect your winnings.
Oh.
Your audience will be dazzled.
Same thing, yeah. Well, then I don't know what else to do here, so... I guess we'll go back up, check out the balconies. The key. Here's your prize! It's air! Wait, I can't get... Oh, I can't go out here. Check the balcony upstairs.
Shall we?
Thank you, all, for coming. I'm only sorry that the circumstances of our meeting are not more festive. Wouldn't it be nice if we were all gathered here
Great
today
time to snoop.
revel in the blockbuster success of Brady Armstrong's
Let's see. Where's the room she's in? This one? That's true. We couldn't do anything with this disc. Hairpin? Maybe we can tamper with the lock. Ooh, Snoop. Oh, this is some real snooping we're doing. Ooh. Chuck's fried clucks. Oh, that's where it is. So it was the basement. Yeah. Whoa, what's that? Up there. Why'd she take pictures? Oh. Oh, that's how they... Oh my god. They're staging the whole thing. That's it. Okay. How do I leave? Anything else? What's this? Jake's Talent Farm. Actors, actresses, not actresses? Singers, dancers, you name it, we got it. Jake Schmoozer. Mama Centric Wellness. Sushi. Georgie Bear? Birthday, cell, shirt size. Nothing tacky. Ribbon rip. Funeral wreath. Wait, she's the one who bought the funeral wreath? I mean, it's all for the marketing. Can we call the number? Okay, got it. Okay, but we don't have a code. Oh! Wait, what? What did I do? Paramount, lunch date with Brady, dry cleaning, final shoot, cast party. Okay. Dear Mr. Armstrong, for starters, I'm a huge fan. I've been seeing your movie since I was like 14. To this day, I still think your best performance was in Lie Like a Rug. But who knows? Maybe Vanishing Destiny will top it. Snoop. Oh, Scoop. Oh, that's our friend, Maya. I'm in college, Washington University now, and I'm planning to go to your premiere. Contacted you because I'm hoping to interview you for an article for the newspaper. School paper. Okay, only a few questions. The interview would take 20 minutes or so. What do you think? Maya. Yeah. Sure, I'd be happy to meet with you so long as we provide any and all photos of me for the article. Also, we need to get a full page ad for Destiny in your school paper. Can you pull a few strings? You know, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Brady. Thanks for being so generous as far as your ad goes. I checked with the advertising guys and they say a deadline's a deadline. Sorry. Don't worry, I'm sure the premiere will sell out. I know tons of people are going. I'll stop by your dressing room in the afternoon. Friend Linda says you did all your own dance moves and Dr. Cell says it's true. If it is, that's really cool. You were so good in that movie. I watched it 4 times in one day. Will you ever do another movie with Tracy Martine? Oh, this is someone else. She is so cool. XOX. Written you 22 emails and I haven't heard anything back. Teen Style Magazine says you care about your fans and you're not stuck up. What's your problem? I get emails like that. People that are just like, I've written you 30 emails and why don't you talk to me? You're my friend. It's like, I don't know who you are. I'm going to join Leif Jackson's fan club instead of yours. Your #1 fan, Desi. I'm writing because I just read an article in PQ magazine that said something. Sometimes men who have ponytails are really just trying to cover up a bald spot. He was worried about his hairline, wasn't he? Promise I can keep a secret. Your biggest fan. What's up? I'm wondering what your next movie is going to be, but I'm also wondering, can you play the guitar? I think you should start a band. I'm in a band. We're called Senator Spanky. These are legit emails that I get too. You should be in one too. I bet you'd rock. Gotta do my homework. As far as dudes go, I'm probably your #1 fan. I'm also a young actor, 12 going on 13, and I'm wondering if you have any tips for me. How did you get discovered? Please help me. Oh my god. Can you please give me some advice on how to start streaming? Do you think this is a good stage name? Your ponytail's cool. What kind of hair gel do you use? Sent. Thanks for your message. I miss you too, sugar. Georgie Bear. Can't talk to her. A lot is happening. I'm a genius. I'll tell you all. She is so guilty. Hi, Carol. Listen, something's come up and we won't be flying out of St. Louis tomorrow as planned. I'll get back to you when I know something is definite, but for now, just cancel that flight, will you? SM. Things are going better than I could have hoped for. The premiere is off for now. The news is spreading like wildfire. Tell Rhonda, great work. They're all in this together. Listen, Cecil, have you been brushing Miss Sparkles? I checked in with her this morning on the webcam and she's looking awfully bedraggled. She's a very sensitive cat, Cecil. She hates to have a bad fur day. She's traumatized when I get home. You'll be sorry you ever met me. Thanks for getting me those contact sheets so fast. The black and white glossies for Destiny definitely need another airbrush. Can you do anything to make his jawline look more defined? Nothing in trash. Just a calendar for today, cast party tonight. The party starts at 11:30? Isn't that super late? I think I've seen enough. We need to take this hairpin to the other room. We did so much snooping. Okay, let's try it here.
It's locked.
Yes. Stage Technician's Guide. Due to the restricted nature of the stage manipulation's usage, you will need Class 5 technician status to perform the procedure. On the numbered keypad on the control board... Wait, where is this? Enter the 6-digit security code for the Houdini transformation as listed on page 73. 121192. When cued by the performers, lower the 2 cages. Oh, this is how they did the trick. Left and right fader switches down to their lowest position. After the cages reach the stage floor, press the magnet button to attach the tunnel columns to the cage bottoms. After both performers have entered the cages, move the fader switches up slightly to raise the cages 3 feet above the stage floor. Oh, maybe she is in a cage then. I still think she's either in a cage or she's in the closet. Tunnel columns will still be attached to the cage bottoms, although you will not see them. They're hidden by mirrors. Oh. You must depress the lock switch after all stage manipulation has been completed in the proper order, as this will lock all elements in place. All stage elements and board controls will move to their original positions if the lock button is not activated. Lock button cannot be activated until all stage manipulation has been completed in the proper order. Okay. Performers in the cages will exchange places via the quick switch box under the stage. To access the trick chair from the quick switch box, the third performer will have to use the tunnel system beneath the box. Tunnel system runs from the quick switch box to the magician's room to the trick chair. Oh. Third performer can access the trick chair via the foot elevator beneath the chair. Seamless transition from the fourth performer to the third will be achieved by using a larger costume shell. Located beneath the stage, beside the basement. Magician and related staff performers only. Okay, so that's the room we want to find. I think that's it. So we have a code and a key. Just no idea where to actually use any of it. Oh. Can you look up? Oh.
Get smart, Nancy True. You're wasting precious time.
Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
Ooh, anything useful in here? No? Fight the power. Okay, so they say they found the thing here. Okay, the room has to be here, right? But we just don't know how to open it. Projector room, maybe the fire thing. Let's see. Well, we should talk to Joseph anyway, yeah. I wonder if he has cameras everywhere or something. Oh, he's gone too. There's nothing in his corner. For a clean bed, a hot meal, and a place to hang your hat, you can always room with the Redudes. We received your letter inquiring about the whereabouts of Jacob Hughes. Unfortunately, Jake died 6 months ago. He's been ill with emphysema for some time, but you'll be glad to know that he enjoyed his cigarettes to the end and died peacefully in his sleep. We regret that we were unable to contact you at the time of his death, but we had no idea that Jake had a brother. We never mentioned any family, but our research didn't turn up any leads. Wait, the brother that he wanted to build the cinema with? Your brother was cremated according to his last wishes, and no rent was due on his room. Please contact the county coroner's office if you would like to have his ashes shipped to you. We're sorry for your loss. His brother died, yeah. But didn't he say he was gonna start a movie theater with his brother? But this means he knew that his brother was dead already. Oh. Okay, nothing there. Oh god. Power? Fader? Okay, we can't press any of that. Power button? Okay. Oh. That did something. Okay, we can press this now. Fader power? Ah, fuck, what was it again? Oh, I should have read it better.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, it reset. Okay, we should go back and take a picture of the instructions. I didn't think it would be that detailed. I'll just take pictures. We'll just go through it. Oh my god, it's so much information. So, let's try again. Do we need to do the code again? Okay. 1 2 1 1 9 2. Press the left and right fader power buttons to bring power to the fader switches. Lower the 2 iron cages to the stage by moving the left and right fader switches. I think that's this. After the cages reach the stage floor, press the magnet button to attach the tunnel. After both performers have entered the cages, move the fader switches up slightly to raise the cages. The tunnel columns will still be attached to the... Okay. Can't see them. On your cue from the performers, press a trapdoor button. Important, you must depress the lock switch after all stage manipulation has been completed in the proper order, as this will lock all elements in place. What's the lock button? This? Maybe? Oh yeah, cages. So I think we did it. Should we go check? So what should we do? Oh. Cool. Can we go down it? Holy shit. Oh. Oh. Oh, there she is. She's being held there. Oh shit. I can't put anything in here. Who pulled the cage up? Something I can look at? Huh. Let me read the book again. There should be a quick switch box or a magician. Like a quick switch box. Goddamn, I can't speak. Like halfway. Oh, there's something on the ground. Oh, look at that. Can we find our friend? Okay.
These pieces won't budge.
We need an extra piece. Oh, is that the... Oh, that's scary. The seat.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
Oh.
It's Nancy.
Nancy? For goodness sakes. What are you doing down there? This chair seems to be stuck. Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
I found a secret room under the stage. I've got to check it out.
The magician's room. I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
I found the door, but the pieces that open the door are stuck.
Oh.
Here, try this.
Oh.
Hurry.
Hi. What? Did he just give me something? Oh. Oh, okay. I'll go back down then. Bye. He just gave me that? Yeah, he scared me a little bit. Okay.
This should loosen things up.
Okay. So... How do I... Oh, I'm already doing it? Okay. Okay, so Bunny needs to go there, yeah? Oh, I can move that. Okay, those can go everywhere. But these can only go up and down. Oh wait, if I do this... Oh no. Yeah, wait, if I do this... That might help. Oh, if only I could move that one more. Oh, I might be able to. Wait, how about... Oh no. I need to move this bunny more. Oh, unless... Oh, do that. This seems tricky. Tricky dicky. Okay. Trying to move that box up. This one. But that or oh, hey, that did it. Nice. Wait, our friend was right here, wasn't she? Where'd she go?
Her shoe!
Wait, I thought she was lying here.
She was just here.
Oh shit. Okay, I might need to save again. In case I die. Magic room! Oh, this is the real magic room. Okay, just in case someone comes in and kills me. What is this? Can you open it? Oh! It was that! Oh my god, I was right! Okay. So we have our escape. What's in the box? What's in the box? Magic. Anything I can
Rubber
use?
is shockproof.
Good to know. Right? I've played Hogs before. Seems like that's it. Anything here? Oh, scary. Maybe there's something we need to cut? Turn more. Tortellini. Ooh, what's that? Magic Secrets, Volume 4. Okay. A real showstopper and satisfying illusion with which to end the performance. Set a sharpened pencil and a small sheet of paper on your magician's stand. Select a volunteer from the audience. After turning your back, ask the volunteer to write a message on the sheet of paper with the pencil. When she says that she's ready, you pick up the sheet of paper while making a point not to look at it. Crumble the paper into a ball, and to the amazement of the audience, make it explode into a ball of flame. You then produce a deck of cards from your pocket and set it on your magician's stand. The volunteer picks a random card from the deck. Explain to the volunteer that her written message has risen from the ashes and will make itself known. Take the sharpened pencil and begin to rub the face of the volunteer's card gently with the side of a pencil tip. Within seconds, words begin to appear on the card. It's the exact message the volunteer had written on the sheet of paper. The secret is it utilizes a few of the techniques and gimmicks that we have covered in the previous chapters. First, as you place the pencil and paper on the stand, secretly have a playing card face up, hidden beneath the sheet of paper as the volunteer writes the message. Oh, it leaves an imprint. Okay. After the volunteer is finished, lift up the paper and the card at the same time with your right hand while keeping the card hidden. Take a piece of paper with your left hand and secretly leave the card in your right using the palming technique. Place your right hand into your right jacket pocket, release the card, and slide your flash paper trigger onto your index finger. That's the one we have. While holding the crumpled message in your left hand, give the illusion that you're taking the crumpled message into your right hand. This will be achieved using the French drop technique. Damn. Now in your right hand, ignite the flash paper. Your left, pull a deck of cards out of your inside jacket pocket. As you do this, slip your right hand into your right jacket pocket. Remove the flash paper trigger. Oh my god. As the volunteer chooses to imprint the imprint card at random, gently rub the side of the pencil tip across the face of the card. The imprint of the message will surface amid the applause of your audience. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many. This is so much. My god, so many tricks. That's a lot. This is maybe the most reading I've seen. So that was that one. But what do we do? She was just here. We got rubber gloves. Oh, this is closed. Oh. What's our code? It's not the same as the one from upstairs, right? Oh. Do they all buzz like that? Oh, 8. H2. Do we have anything? That was that? A21. Oh. Damn it. I'm out. Now, who did this?
Oh, Nancy. Hey.
Hi.
I think the kidnapper just moved Maya to a new hiding place. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
Wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
Oh my god, what an
found
idiot.
Evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow. Evidence. Where?
Oh my god, he's so shady.
I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
He's so shady. My god. Okay, I guess we're gonna call the cops first. Either he's shady or really dumb.
Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold missing persons. This is Ramsey.
Sergeant Ramsey, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Miss Drew.
I found Maya.
You found her? So the case is closed.
I found her, and then she disappeared again.
Good grief. This girl's a regular Houdini. All right. What have you got for me?
I found a secret room under the stage. I saw Maya through a peephole, but by the time I got into the room, she was gone. The kidnapper must have moved her.
A peephole, huh? Are you sure you saw her?
Sir, there's evidence. Pizza boxes and one of Maya's shoes. I left everything where it was so you could see for yourself.
So you think the kidnapper's been using this secret room as a base camp? Well, this is
His way of talking is funny. His rhythm.
Like you've been conducting quite a search.
Conducting.
Now will you please send someone over to investigate?
Yep. Oh. Just bear with me while I try to find an available car. Help is on the way, Miss Drew.
Great. Bye.
Nice. Holy shit. Didn't expect that. Well, that's good then. Should we talk to, wait, is the keymaker thing done? Or is that day 3? Let's talk to him again.
Hi, Nancy. What happened?
I found Maya.
You found her? Oh, that's great. Where is she now?
By the time I got through that door, the room was empty.
Are you sure you didn't just imagine you saw her?
I'm sure. She was there, and now she's gone. Don't tell me you think I'm crazy, too.
But what do you mean, gone? She left?
Well, she didn't just get up and walk away. Her legs were tied.
The kidnapper must have moved her.
Must have moved her.
I found a couple of pizza boxes down there, so at least I know she's not starving.
Evidence. That should interest the police. Have you called them?
Yeah, they said they'll come check it out, but they may not be able to get here for a while.
I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Oh, that was the day again?
Make sure they check that magician's secret room.
Well, day 3. Oh man, they're really gonna tear it down now. Kidnapper demands $50,000. Oh my god, they used the picture! St. Louis Police Department received a call yesterday demanding $50,000 for the return of Maya, 19-year-old Washington University student who disappeared 2 days ago from movie star Brady Armstrong's dressing room, Jesus, at the historic Royal Palladium Theater. This stunning development marks the first significant lead in a mysterious case. Until now, the police have been reluctant to label... figure out how to read it. Was it like when? Disappearance and kidnapping, as there has been no evidence that the girl was taken by force. Maya, a reporter for the university's Student Life newspaper, was at the theater to interview Armstrong for an article. The call came in at 4:36 yesterday afternoon. Due to a voice distortion device, the police are unable to determine whether the caller was male or female, but they were able to trace the call back to a payphone in Granite City. Oh shit. According to earlier rumors, the alleged kidnapping was motivated by... Oh, that must have been Brady when he went out. What's his name, Brady? Oh yeah, Brady. Yesterday's caller made no reference to the theater. The police now believe that the kidnapper's desperation is financial in nature and will not stop the demolition from proceeding according to schedule. As for ransom, see ransom A4. When? Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. 4:36. Okay, I think that's it here. He's not here, our friend. Oh, is the keymaker fixed? No. God damn it. I want it. Where'd our friend go downstairs?
Can you believe this ransom demand coming out of thin air?
Did they get any information on the call?
Apparently, the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City. Personally, I think it's a hoax, but now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building.
But what about the evidence I found?
Are you sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything.
I don't trust anyone this time.
What do you mean they couldn't find anything?
They searched the whole building.
How could they miss 2 big pizza boxes with leftover pizza inside? What about Maya's shoe?
No trace of that either.
This is so discouraging.
Follow your gut, Nancy. If you think Maya's still here, you keep looking for her, you hear?
I don't trust anyone now. Jesus.
I was backstage earlier and one of the stage lights came crashing down. It almost hit me.
Oh, Nancy, thank goodness you're okay.
I got another threat from the kidnapper. That creepy voice came on the PA and told me to stop searching for Maya.
The projection room? But who? Someone must have ducked out of the press conference. I was so busy with crowd control, I didn't even notice.
Joseph, I did some checking. You don't really have any family in Greasewood, do you?
Now, what you want to go digging into an old man's life for, Nancy?
Everyone's a suspect, Joseph. You know that. If you have nowhere to go after the theater comes down, then maybe you're the kidnapper desperado. It's not so far-fetched, is it?
Now. I am going to Greasewood, and I'm not desperate. I made up the part about my brother so you wouldn't feel sorry for me. You've got enough to worry about.
Oh my God, there's a cat hair on my face. Somewhere.
It's only a matter of hours until the demolition. How are you holding up, Joseph?
Oh, fine. Everything's great. Fine. I was up till the wee hours polishing up the lobby. Heck, I'm even fixing to repair the old keymaker so you can give it a whirl. Guess old habits die hard, eh?
Please fix it.
Gotta go now.
Atta girl. Don't touch that projector, dear. It's a temperamental old beast.
Okay. Well, should we talk to the assistant again? Oh, I keep saying assistant, but she's the manager.
How's progress?
I know you sent the funeral wreath. Now where's Maya?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sugar. Listen, the pressure must really be getting to you. I know a top-notch aromatherapist in town, okay? I'll give you her number.
Come on, Simone. Ginger's 24-hour flower-rama? I believe you've been caught red-handed.
You broke into my personal property? I could have you arrested for that.
It's just business, Simone.
Go ahead. Call the police. And while you're at it, why don't you mention that you're the kidnapper?
All right, I sent the stupid wreath, but I'm no kidnapper. I needed something for the cameras, didn't I? And it was a very tasteful arrangement. Should have been for $300. Perhaps I went a little overboard.
A little overboard? You're dreaming if you think that's enough to get you off my suspect list.
Huh, okay. Now I'm starting to doubt that she's actually the one who did it. But we'll see. What's he doing? Is he here? What are you up to?
What are you doing hanging out with that Falcone jerk?
Who are you, my overprotective big brother?
I'm not hanging out with him, Brady. I'm conducting a search here, and I'll take any tip I can get.
That guy's bad news, and he's certainly not gonna help your credibility with the police.
Don't worry. I don't trust him any more than I trust you, or anyone else around here for that matter.
Just trying to help.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
Okay, so we didn't get anything out of him. You want to check if the pizza boxes are still in the basement? Nothing here. They did clean it all up. I feel like it might be the old guy at the projector room now. Because he was the one, he would be the only one who knows of this room, wouldn't he? Huh. It's a seat. Oh. Man, if you had a fidgety kid in that seat though for a show, you're fucked. Like a kid that just like pulls everything in the chair. I was curious where it would lead. Okay, they really have nothing to say. Is the thing fixed yet? It is. Oh my god, 25 cents. Oh, we can finally use it. Oh. Wait, I didn't do anything yet. I was gonna try and copy that key, but... I don't think that's actually the right key, is it?
I need a coin.
Did I just put it in and now I don't get it back? Oh, it just makes the key. Okay. So it just made the same key, probably. Shouldn't I copy this key? I don't know what I'm doing. You have to find the blueprint for the key? Okay. I just figured that the old key maybe didn't work anymore, so I had to make a new one. Dude, I used the key maker. Oh, he's gone. Where did he go? God, there's just a tea bag there. Gross. There's also this workstation. I wonder why. In case I ever need to wash something off. Okay, so the key maker works. Should we call Ned, maybe? Check the projector book. Oh. Yellow paper under the newspaper. We checked that.
Well, hello there. I'd like a large pizza with a works.
Even anchovies, ma'am? I know you have issues with anchovies.
Extra anchovies.
Wow, Nancy. Things must be getting hairy if you're contemplating anchovies. What's up?
I can't understand how the police could have received a ransom call from Granite City. And why would the kidnappers suddenly demand cash without even mentioning the demolition?
Your skepticism is probably right on, Nancy.
You think?
Sure, after all, Brady did spread those missing posters over half of Missouri. There are always a few jokers who try to jump on the bandwagon in situations like these.
It just makes me sick to think that anyone would try to profit from such a terrible situation.
It's a mixed-up world, Nancy.
I confronted Simone about the receipt for the funeral wreath, and she claimed she just needed something for a photo shoot. Would you buy that?
That's a tough one, Nancy. In Simone's world, where everything is a photo shoot, her excuse sounds just twisted enough to be true.
But on the other hand...
You know me too well, Nancy Drew. On the other hand, Simone's mind is just too devious and much too selfish to be believed.
I was backstage earlier, and I almost got hit by a falling stage light.
Not again, Nancy.
Yeah, who knew there were so many ways to get crushed in this life?
I'm glad you're okay. Do you think it was an accident?
I don't know. There was no one around the stage, so I guess we could chalk it up to the crumbling theater. But why did it suddenly fall when I was right there?
You've got me there, Detective.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Maybe you should call the police and get the information straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Okay,
Bye,
let's
Ned.
do that.
Call me soon.
I like that you can just call 911 instead. It's quicker.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons, Ramsey here.
Sergeant Ramsey, what's going on?
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry.
I
very
beg your
upset.
pardon?
This is Nancy Drew. What do you mean there was no evidence?
I don't know what to tell you, Miss Drew.
You searched the magician's room under the stage? Did Joseph Hughes show you where it was?
He showed us all right. We searched the whole theater, but our efforts were totally inconclusive. Wherever your friend is, she's not in the theater.
She's in the theater. I know she is. The kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, so what better leverage than to hold her in the theater?
Actually, you might be interested to know that we've had about a half a dozen calls here since last night. People are reporting seeing Maya north of here. And then this ransom call came this morning from Granite City. You'll be glad to know we're following up on all these leads.
I don't believe it.
Miss Drew, I empathize. As a police officer, I know how emotional attachment to a case can cloud your judgment. Take it from me. It's time for you to let this one go and leave the case to the professionals. You're just not thinking clearly.
Sure, Sergeant Ramsey. Thanks for the advice.
Goodbye, dear.
Damn. Wait, is that a note? Please see me right away. J.H. Wow, was that some other day that I missed it?
Hola.
Catch you later.
On
Damn.
the flip side.
He just has
Hola.
nothing. Oh, oops.
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
He's nothing to add anymore. Joseph? Must have been an earlier note. He ain't here. Yeah, he's gone. Don't see anything here either. Oh. Oh. Oh, I blew it.
I should switch the power off. I should switch the power off.
I blew it.
It's locked.
Ooh, you want a key?
It's locked.
Huh.
It's locked.
You wanna...
It's locked.
No. You wanna use this one?
It's not working.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna open up. Oh, it's a dartboard. Is there anywhere we haven't snooped yet? Projector book. The blueprints in the projector book. Oh.
There was a key here.
Ah. But we don't have a pencil or anything, right? You want to use a stick?
There was a key here.
Yeah, I need a pencil. I don't remember where I've seen one, though. Nothing here except for that thing from earlier. Wah, 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 wah. Maybe in one of the dressing rooms. Oh, or actually, this room here, the ticket office, should definitely have a pencil. Not here? There's a notepad. Shouldn't that have a pencil on it? Someone's taken all the pencils. They know what I'm up to. Let's see. Maybe here? It's a pen. Can't even grab it. Well, I don't think there's anything here. You are what you project. You are my oyster. Now open up and hand over the pearls. Fame, fortune, and social popularity, standing at the helm of your own destiny. Body language, you're going straight to the top. Cabin boy, I'll get that for you, sir. I'm busy, get it yourself. Captain versus cabin boy. Oh my god. You grabbed your destiny by the horns and sailed it into the sunset. Come back here and swap this deck. You work for me, Captain Brady. Simone overboard. What's your fashion sign? Okay. Clothes you put on say a lot about your attitude, so why not put on success from head to toe? Key to enhance self-presentation is in the stars. With the Astro Style Club, you can invent a new image that is guaranteed to attract people and money. That's it. Looking good is feeling good. Dress your pet for success too. Funny. So this is what he was reading. You missed the bag? What? Oh, this one? Oh, it's his bag? Oh, pencil. Sunny boy. Sun-free tanning spray. Waterproof. Wow.
Maya's notebook?
Wait. History with the RP. Do you believe actors should use their influence? He had this in his thing. Pro gain hair growth treatments. Okay, let's back it up. Close it. Can I just back off, please? I don't want to look in it. I just want to leave. How do I close this bag? There.
Hey, you.
Don't hey you me, Brady, you rotten fraud.
Huh? I'm afraid you've lost me.
You've been lying to me, playing Mr. Helpful and concerned all this time. I found her notebook in your bag.
I haven't done anything wrong.
I wonder if the police will agree with that.
Okay, Nancy, here's the deal. My real name is Brady Thompson. Simone pushed for Armstrong, more wholesomely smoldering, she said.
Yeah, so...
Wholesome my foot.
I'm Wave of the Future, Inc., the owner of this theater, great nephew of JJ himself.
But you're an actor. Why in the world would you want to bulldoze a theater?
The place is shabby. It needs major repairs. It's a money pit and a has-been. Not the image I want to project.
You can't be serious.
Never underestimate the power of image, Nancy. You are what you project.
And what is it that you wish to project?
When people think of Brady Armstrong, they think sparkling white teeth and healthy glow. Success glows. It doesn't crumble and sag. The hero never rides a has-been horse.
Then Then why don't you sell the theater to someone else?
When I saw these ritzy themed restaurants popping up all over the country, it hit me like pow. My first original idea. Brady Armstrong's Planet Tinseltown. Can't you see it on the marquee? Grand opening. The lights will say it all.
Keep going. You've got a lot more explaining to do.
I've sworn to be the captain of my own destiny. Maya was going to expose me, muck up my name in this controversy. It would have been a dark cloud over the launch of Tinseltown.
And for that, she deserves to be kidnapped?
I didn't kidnap her. I found her notepad in the basement with the press pass. I just thought I'd hang on to it for a few days until the dust settles.
Now's your chance to do the right thing by calling off the demolition.
Sorry, Nancy. Look, you're not thinking clearly. It's obvious she's not in the building. We've searched everywhere.
She has to be in the building. I know she's here.
You're the only one who thinks she's here. There's no evidence.
Joseph believes me.
He's a confused old codger.
Nicholas thinks she's in the building.
He's an outlaw, and he's using you.
There was evidence. I found a pizza box and one of her shoes.
Evidence that no one was able to verify.
Oh, damn.
Who's to say you didn't imagine that stuff? Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to rally a wrecking crew.
You can't do this.
Holy shit. Damn, he's dirtier than I thought. Okay, so we gotta get that key. What are we gonna do with the projector, though? Let's see if we can do this. Nice. Okay, so this we gotta make a copy of. Okay. And we'll read how to actually operate it later. Should I save again? Okay, here we go. Let's actually try and use it this time. So from what side does it? God, this is so confusing. Okay, I think this one. Then a thicker two. These. Then we need 3 thin ones. And then like a hook thingy. This one? No, this one. I think that's it. Let's see it. Oh. What? SI Hearts VO? I think that looks like it. Yeah, it looks like the right key. Care and operation. Once the film is properly loaded, oh, maybe we'll find film. Different film will come into focus at different points. The loops have to be correct. Rollers rotated. Surface of film not scratched. Well, this is all extra stuff. Regular cleaning. Oh, I guess we just need to find our way in for now. Let's see what it does.
Okay,
Ooh, what's that?
officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
I'm so close. I just need a few more minutes.
What is that? Oh, that's the light. Anything else I need to do?
Well, if it isn't the SLPD's favorite nosy detective. Right this way, Miss Drew. You can still get a front row seat for the demolition.
Oh no, am I too late? Oh my god!
This is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
I need to hurry.
Something's missing here.
Do I just need to fucking go for it? To flip the power switch.
Well, this isn't the SLPD's favorite nosy detective.
You need to
Right
hide?
this way, Miss Drew. You
Oh.
can still get a front row seat for the demolition.
Something's missing here.
Okay, I will hide. It's so hard to get around. Hide.
See anything, Dino? All clear in here, Sarge.
So what do I do? Should I maybe save this? Come on. All clear, Dino. What the fuck do I do now? Should I get a picture on the screen? Is there even anything in here?
I should switch the power off.
Can I open? Oh. Oh.
Something's missing here.
I can just zoom in and zoom in. Excuse me? The fuck?
Testing.
It was a recording!
Testing. Is this thing on?
Oh my god, we set that! We set that! We set, unless it's a recording, maybe. Oh, there you go. Grab it. Can I, like, back out, please? Oh my god. I'm in a hurry! Jesus! You're stressing me out. Where's the focus button from? Here? So what is it?
Another secret passageway.
Where does it go? I have no idea what I'm looking at. Projection room. So it's here? North wall, hidden switch. What about the other thing we found? Oh, is that just a fake thing?
I should switch the power off.
Okay.
Hey, Nancy,
oh,
I've been looking for you.
Jesus. Oh my god, he legit scared me.
Oh, what for?
I've decided I need to get organized, Nancy. Tomorrow I'm really gonna straighten up in here.
Come here, Beep. He's meowing because he wants food.
But Joseph, there isn't going to be any tomorrow. Not for this theater, anyway.
I think a fresh coat of paint would really cheer things up, don't you?
Is he? Is he okay?
I know it's you, Joseph. But why? Were you trying to buy some time so the Historical Society could declare the theater a landmark or something?
Do you think the premiere will sell out?
Snap out of it. Just tell me where Maya is.
Don't tell him she's here, Nancy. I'll take her away and knock down the theater.
They're gonna knock it down anyway. Please, we don't have much time.
Don't tell him, Nancy.
Did he lock me in?
I'm locked in.
Okay, so the north wall had a switch. Which wall is the north wall? Where? If you were a secret passage... Oh my god, time is running out. Oh my god. Where the fuck do I go? Oh! What was that? Oh!
I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
That's the projector key.
Somewhere in my bag of tricks. I must have the keys. I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
Are you kidding me?
I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
What? Which key does she want? My god, I'm stressing out too much. Can I pause? Okay. What does she want? Okay, Vivi, you gotta go. Wait, do I not have the key? Turn around. Oh, what's this?
It's locked.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh god. Festivals is because next week is public. Uh-huh. What key is it? Assign 1/2 of the ownership. Never deliver payment. Action. Wait, that's it? How do we know what key it is? Oh my god.
This one's useless.
Oh my god. I can't even tell the difference.
Come on, come on.
I can't tell the difference. They all look the same. Oh my god. Okay, what am I doing? Where is this? Oh! Friend! Oh my god.
Come on, Maya. I'll get you out of there.
How do we do that? What do I do? Oh my god, this is so fucking stressful. I don't know how to get her out. Oh my god, this music's
I've got
awful.
to let them know we're up here.
Uh-huh. How are you gonna do that? I don't know.
3 minutes till demolition. Is that ball ready to swing?
Oh,
This is
Not so
Jesus,
fast,
dude.
Detective.
He scared me again.
Joseph, please let me past.
I can't let you do this, Nancy.
I'm warning you. I still got a trick or two up my sleeve.
We're going down in a blaze of glory.
Holy shit.
Joseph, you can go down in a blaze of glory if you want, but Maya and I are not coming with you.
You've cracked your last case.
Joseph, this is far from over. Now step aside.
It's all over now.
Ah! That light!
It works! Do it!
Look! The marquee! Stop the demolition!
Dear Bess,
Whoa!
I still can hardly
That did
believe
it.
that Joseph, sweet old Joseph, was Maya's kidnapper. He says he
Oh,
planned
it
to
was
kidnap Brady
Joseph.
with the idea that Simone could use her Hollywood connections to save the theater. But when Maya entered the dressing room, he panicked and grabbed her instead. Plan B was to stall the demolition
said that.
long enough for the Historical Society to declare the building an official landmark. I guess he's been at the Royal Palladium for so long, he just couldn't imagine his life without it.
Poor dude.
But desperation aside, poor Joseph wasn't cut out for a life of crime, and pretty soon things were spinning out of his control. Simone's publicity stunts didn't help. At least he was courteous and kind to Maya through the whole thing. Her testimony should help him in court. The good news is that the Royal Palladium is still standing. Once he heard that Nicholas would inherit his grandmother Louisa's 50% of the theater, Brady decided he'd better find another site for Planet Tinseltown. In order to make amends for things, and because he needed some good publicity, Brady donated his half of the theater to the St. Louis Historical Society. Together with Haddett, they should have this place restored to its original glory in no time.
That dude.
Not such a happy ending for
That
Simone,
picture.
I'm afraid. She received an official reprimand from the National Press Corps for her stunt with the wreath. Still, knowing Simone, she'll be back at the top of her game in no time. So, here ends the longest 3 days of my life. The premiere of Vanishing Destiny is back on. But I think this detective is going to wait for it to come out on videotape. Talk to you
Videotape.
soon. Love, Nancy.
I'll just watch the VHS. Oh my god. This was definitely the most like sensational Nancy Drew game we've played yet. Not only was the beginning like super action heavy, but also the ending was so stressful. That was amazing. Ending was so tense. Yeah. Oh, they knew what they were doing though with all the keys. they knew they wanted to make you stressed. That was fun though. That was definitely a fun one.